So I think the easiest plan with this whole mess is going to be just taking the engine out of there and putting it in here. I was doing some looking underneath this guy, and it's hard to see a spot where I could imagine cutting a good 12 or 18 inches out of it or whatever needs to come out, because it's kind of a lot. So you can see these are aligned pretty much. So you guys see how far that's got to come back. So, and then like this is probably got to get chopped off some. But yeah, I'm not really imagining a good place where that's feasible. Plus a lot of like the frame horn or the bumper frame horns and stuff are different. And then you got to worry about like where the mounts go and how all that works. And then there's a rise in the frame for the bed on that truck. Or there's not on that truck and there is on this. So this frame's already here, already exists. If I don't like how it is, I can beef it up a little bit as far as like where the welds are when Centurion built it. But for now, I think, obviously I've already got this butchered a little bit because I pulled the engine out to put into that little guy over there. So yeah, I think getting a lot of this stuff out and taking that apart, and then we're going to see if we can just put that engine in here and like see where it lands, and then see like what all we need to fab, if we can keep what's here, what we need to get rid of. Yeah, and then obviously worry about the hard part later, just making all the electronic stuff work. So that being said, I think I'm gonna start with that dude. That's gotta go. So let's pull her out. On the thing. So that's how she looks for now. I guess that's where she's gonna stay. Gave it a little pressure washer treatment. We got this transmission out of the way. There's a few lines that run back to this in the back of the truck. There's a HVAC system, so these are like your AC and your heater hoses that go back there, and a wire for controls. I'm not totally sure if I'm going to delete that yet or not. It seems useful, but I mean, I don't have a family of 10, so I don't think anyone's going to really sit back there. Go like overlanding or something, it'll be a place for a bed, maybe a storage drawer system. So I'm not sure I'm going to keep it yet, but if I do, I don't want to rip all this out and have to put it all back in. I mean, it's here. I gotta figure out what does what, but it's here. So there's another set of wires down there for the rear window that were just draped up here. So I'm gonna leave this in here for now. I do plan on doing an axle swap to 08 Plus. Or I guess that was 2012. You get to swap the gearbox and stuff, but I think that'll be something I worry about later down the road. Also, I don't know if I want to get rid of this yet or not. Thinking about taking the one out of that truck and putting it in here, because those blow colder and harder and everything better than this. Plus, if we're going to take the dash out of that truck, I feel like it'll be easier to hook that kind of stuff up. So I don't know. I don't really know what we're doing yet. We're going to leave that in here for now. And I think it's time we break into that and see where we're going. Game plan with this, I think I'm going to try to pull the engine and transmission as a combo this time to push it into this that way I can get like a good estimate of like where things need to be. So yeah, I think we're going to start. So I think I want to take off the transfer case off of this. That way it makes kind of like a streamlined piece that comes out, and then we're going to start working on the front. So yeah, that's what I'll do next, I guess. Wish me luck. right, so a little change on this guy. I have decided not to take off the transfer case because the transfer case has the mounting point for the actual transmission to the cross member. And my engine hoist already doesn't like 1,000-pound engines, so adding a 300-400 pound transmission to that is probably not going to help anything. So we're just going to pull the engine by itself, which we're almost there. All that's left is to pull this turbo off, disconnect our engine mounts and then the transmission all the way around, and then I think we'll be ready to pull this guy out. So yeah, I'm gonna start working on that. Custom lift adapter. So this just bolts on where the turbo goes, just down in here. And I made it to where it clears the little pegs or the keyways there. The only thing I did do wrong on this is I put the hook too far back so the whole engine tilts forward like this, but you can kind of remedy that by taking some of this off. But just when it comes out of the engine or out of the truck, put a strap around the crank pulley up to the hoist, and then it like kind of balances it out. So that's the only suggestion I would have on if you make your own, make it come out further this way, so you can hook up like somewhere here. So yeah, I mean it works. I've used it 3 times now, so yep. Just put these bolts in. It's a little janky because the surfaces aren't flat to where like the angle that the bolt goes in, but it works. It'll be fine. So yep, I'll put that in real quick. Engine mount bolt. And engine mount bolt. Okay, and with that, I think this thing's ready to come out. So I'm gonna fish my engine hoist out, set her up, and we'll see how this goes. Without breaking this brick, huh? Okay, seems to be working. Tape measure, body spacer. Okay, a little bit more. Yeah, that should do the trick. Hopefully. If not, yeah, all right. That's pretty easy. It's super easy. We're like fucking rocks.
So then, like, if you use that kind of type of frame, you have to make like mounts for this.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like either way, there's some work to be done. Well, there she is. This is amazing. I mean, just the fact that this is here is pretty cool. I mean, clearly it's not here, but yeah. So I set it in here. I got it as low as I can. It's sitting on the engine mount there, just barely on the frame. So I think on both sides. Maybe you can't really see this side, but yeah, it's not far enough back. Like it could go further back. The transmission and stuff needs to be back further, but just an initial fit in here. It's not low enough for sure. It hits that coolant pipe there. which has it proud a couple inches, which is the least of our worries because this whole intake system here sits up like this high, so it hits like right about here, which clearly is not closed all the way. But now that I have this in here and I'm looking at it, I'm starting to think it might be easier to just pull the body off of this and put it on the frame of that one, and then shorten the frame. So just, I don't know, just looking at like what all I'd have to take out of here. I guess we could chop the frame right there and then put it in that one. We could probably chop this cross member and just take that. But at the end of the day, I kind of want to take this whole both of these axles out of here as well, because they're an update for that. And then I get coil springs in the front, and then I have better options for aftermarket lifts and stuff like that. So I don't know. And there's other things in here like the ABS system, which I kind of want to keep because I think it's going to be weird. The truck missing that, it's going to have a code all the time for it, stuff like that. So I don't know. The more I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I think it's just going to be easier to take this body off, the Bronco body, and put it on the other frame. And I think it might be easier to do that before I start cutting things up. So if I start cutting this frame up, then I'm pretty much done. Like, I'm committed to that. If I start cutting this frame up, I'm committed to that as well. So I think if I put the body on there and see how it fits, obviously there's some things to be changed with the front frame horns and other things and getting your cab mounts to line up, but I think that might be my easiest option right now. Just looking at like how this fits, I think. And even if I do get this engine to fit, we still have to worry about where the transmission's going to land, how this thing's angled, cutting the body. I think it's going to have to be a thing no matter if I like it or not. So yeah, I think doing a body or frame swap will be a little bit easier. I don't know. That's all. That's what's going through my mind right now. I'm gonna end this video here because this is where this has to be. There's a oil leak in the back I had to fix. So I didn't pull this for no reason. It had to come out anyway. Yeah. So I'm gonna do some thinking, and I guess, well, hopefully I know by the next video. Otherwise, the next video will be really boring. Me just talking about what I want to do. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.